Markets swing, and most people let their sense of self swing right along with them. 2,000 years ago, the Stoics built a different operating system, one that works whether the market is up 11% or down 11%. Call it the first rule, preferred indifference. Money is preferred. You should want more of it, use it well, protect it wisely. But it is not what makes you good, and it is not what makes you worthless. Your portfolio can fall by half. Your character does not have to fall with it. Watch a trading floor on the best day of the year and the worst day of the year, and you'll see the same face, wide eyes, shallow breath, a body that thinks something enormous just happened. The Stoics have a name for that reaction. It's called being carried away by an impression before you've even decided whether the impression is true. Call it the second rule, no euphoria, no panic. In March 2020, the market fell 30% in 4 weeks, and the investors who sold at the bottom made the euphoric investors' mistake in reverse. They reacted to the swing instead of the plan. 18 months later, when the same index doubled off that low, the euphoric buyers chasing the top made the identical error, just with a smile instead of a grimace. Or go back further, 1999, when dot-com euphoria pushed valuations past anything the underlying businesses could justify, right through 2008, when panic pushed perfectly solvent companies to prices that assumed they wouldn't survive the year. Different decade, identical psychology. The tell isn't what the market did. It's whether you found yourself checking the price 6 times an hour, refreshing a chart that used to get 1 glance a week. That's the moment the reaction started running the decision. Same swing, same failure. The fix isn't a stronger opinion about where the market goes next. It's a pause long enough to ask whether you're reacting to the market or to your own adrenaline. It's a red day, down 4% before lunch, red across every position, and your phone will not stop lighting up with the number. This is the moment that decides everything, not because of what the market does next, but because of what you do in the next 90 seconds. Call it the third rule, part 1, the pause before the reaction. Marcus Aurelius wrote it as a discipline for the battlefield. First say to yourself what the thing is, and only then decide what to do about it. A 4% drop is a number. I am ruined is a story you're telling yourself about the number, and the story is optional, even when the number is real. Take the flash crash of 2010. The index fell 9% in minutes and recovered most of it before the closing bell. Anyone who sold into that 90-second window locked in a loss the market itself undid by dinner. Seneca had his own version of the same 90 seconds. Nothing, he wrote, happens to the wise man against his expectation, not because he predicts every crash, but because he already decided in advance how he'd respond to one. Before you touch a single position, take the 90 seconds. The market has survived every red day in its history. Whether you survive this one with your plan intact is still, actually, up to you. Now that the panic has a name, it needs a framework, because a calm mind with no plan just panics more slowly. Epictetus split the entire world into 2 columns, and that split is the most practical trading tool the Stoics ever built. Call it the third rule, part 2, the dichotomy of control. Not in your control. The next tick, the headline that caused it, what other traders decide to do with their fear. In your control. Your allocation before this happened, your process for exactly this scenario, and the next single decision you're about to make. Print that split as a checklist before the next drawdown, not during it. The 2 columns are far easier to sort with a calm hand than a shaking one. Notice what's not on the not in your control list. Your own selling. That decision in the middle of the worst of it was never the market's to make. It was always only yours. Run the drawdown through both columns before you run it through your emotions. Everything in the first column you release. Everything in the second you own, and that's not detachment. That's where your actual power always lived. The market doesn't only attack you on red days. Some of the worst decisions happen on green days, watching someone else's trade print gains you didn't take. FOMO isn't really about missing a rally. It's about importing someone else's risk tolerance, someone else's time horizon, and a healthy dose of their luck into a decision that should run on your own terms. Call it the fourth rule. Regret, FOMO, and comparison all have Stoic countermeasures. The first is the view from above. Zoom out past this one position to the entire arc of a financial life, and a single missed trade shrinks to the size it actually is. The second is premeditatio malorum. Rehearse the loss in advance on your own terms, so it can never again ambush you on the market's terms. Two investors can hold the identical position and make opposite correct decisions. One selling to fund a house, one holding for a decade, and neither one is wrong because neither one is playing your game. The Stoics called the alternative oikeiosis, owning what's actually yours, starting with your own circumstances, instead of running someone else's portfolio inside your head. A stranger's screenshot tells you nothing about their debt, their timeline, or their nerve on the way down. Compare your process to your own principles. That's the only fair fight there is. Zoom out one more time, past any single trade, and a different kind of compounding becomes visible. It isn't your capital that compounds fastest. It's the quality of your decisions, repeated, across the 100 choices nobody's counting. Call it the fifth rule. Time horizon, character, and decision quality over any one trade. A good decision made with the information you had can still lose money, and a reckless one can still print a gain. The market pays out on outcomes. The Stoic grades on process. Grade the decision at the moment you made it, not the moment the market happened to resolve it. That's the only grading system you can actually improve. Warren Buffett's own letters make the point without needing the Stoic vocabulary. He grades Berkshire's decisions by the reasoning behind them, not by whichever fiscal quarter happened to reward or punish that reasoning. Run the same process 100 times and the outcomes will scatter, some lucky, some unlucky, but the process itself, examined honestly, either gets better or it doesn't. That's the only number actually worth tracking. 100 decisions graded honestly, compounding, will outperform one lucky trade every single time it's tested. That's not a metaphor, that's just what character actually is, applied to a portfolio. 5 rules, one thread running through every one of them. Money is preferred, never worshipped, and never feared. No euphoria, no panic, because both are the same failure to pause. The dichotomy of control gives that pause somewhere to go. FOMO and regret both dissolve under the same honest zoom out. And character, not any single trade, is the thing actually compounding. Call it the real portfolio. Not the assets, the judgments underneath them. Every allocation decision, every red day you sat through instead of sold through, every green day you didn't chase. That's the position that never shows up on a statement. It's the one Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca all built their whole practice to protect, 20 centuries before there was a market to protect it from. Put the 5 rules side by side, and they stop looking like 5 separate lessons. They are one instruction, said 5 ways. The size of the account was never the thing being tested. None of the 5 rules ask you to stop caring about money. They ask you to stop confusing the caring with the counting, because only one of those two was ever asked to define you. Manage that position well, and the number on the statement becomes what it was always supposed to be, a preferred indifferent. Useful, never the thing your life is actually made of. 5 field notes, for the next time the market moves and your instinct moves with it. Preferred indifference. No euphoria, no panic. The dichotomy of control. The Stoic tools for regret and comparison. And character compounding over any single trade. Call it the only edge that survives every regime. A disciplined mind. Tonight or the next time a position moves against you, ask the one question underneath all 5 rules. What here is actually mine to control? Write the answer down. Not to predict the market, markets don't reward predictions. To protect the part of this that was always yours to protect. Print the 5 rules somewhere you'll actually see them. Not memorized, just nearby. For the one morning you'll need them before you remember why. This isn't a strategy for beating the market. It never was. It's a strategy for staying exactly who you were before you opened the app, no matter what the number says when you do. The market will keep swinging. That was never really the problem to solve. Stay steady and let the swinging be someone else's job.